So guys, as usual, by the end of the month, here comes my best of episode, and today we are gonna chit chat with you about the note of almonds in the perfumery, and I prepared for you a top 15 list of almond dominant perfumes. So to find out more about them, please keep on watching this video, but also give it a thumbs up if you like my best of episodes in which I focus on a specific note and it is noticeable in all the fragrances, although I love to keep my lists diverse. So today you can expect not only sweet almonds but also floral, dark, spiritual and even herbal. And make sure to not only give this video a thumbs up but also subscribe to my channel if you're here for the first time, because I would love to have you back. And on that note, share your favorite almond perfumes down below, and to find out mine, let's get started. Hi guys, and welcome back. As you know, best of episodes are my favorites just because I love to really research the perfumes in which the note that we are talking about is very noticeable. But my idea is to keep these lists diverse, meaning all these fragrances, although almond in there is huge, smell very differently. So first things first, just a couple of words regarding almonds in the perfumery and how this note smells. So regarding the actual perfume material that smells like almonds, not only, also of cherries, it is very strong, so sometimes it can be harder to handle than other materials, but today I have for you very well blended almondy fragrances. But let me know if you've ever had an experience with a pretty aggressive almond perfume. So almond smells bittersweet, which is exciting, so it can be pushed towards different directions, and I want to open this list with a fragrance that smells very almondy, like a true almond, and it's very special for me. First of all, because it has been on my wish list for a very long time and I had a sample of it with which I was in love, but unfortunately, as I wanted to buy it, it was sold out. So I got it as a gift from one of my most generous subscribers, Martha. So I'm very grateful for her birthday gift of Lacoom by Kiko Misheri that I also received in this limited bottle. So it's just a very beautiful collector piece that I will treasure forever. And let me spray a little bit on. So it opens up with a very beautifully honeyed aroma, which smells almondy for sure, and almond is also a pretty powdery note, and in here it smells gourmand. So in the opening there is this flower of hawthorn. I might be mispronouncing its name, so I'm very sorry for that, but it has very powdery, baby powdery aroma, so I can definitely get that baby powder note in there, which is definitely supported by almond, which brings in this gourmand quality, and honey with vanilla really add even more body to the sweet gourmand element, which is huge in there. But other than that, there is this beautiful musky floral sea, so it's a very beautiful sweet floral treat in a bottle that will remind you of powdery Lacoom dessert. So I'm very happy to own this fragrance, and I'm just head over heels to open this list with it. So on that note, let's move on to a fragrance that is easier to find because it's a commercial release from the brand Lacoom, and it's from their La Nuit Trésor collection called Musk Diamond. And you might remember how much I loved it when I first smelled it. I purchased it almost immediately after I checked it out, and I have an entire review on this beautiful musky fragrance with a pop of raspberry note in the opening. So it has this berry note and of course vanilla and almond, which add to the powderiness of white musk. But I would say it's not a loud perfume, instead it smells like your second skin. So you might want to check it out in case you're looking for an everyday fragrance that will create an impression that it's not your perfume but your skin that smells so good. It's a fragrance that is lovely when it's a little bit warmer outside, but it's very cocooning and second skin-like, so I'm a big fan of it. It's one of the best designer fragrances out there in my personal opinion, and if you want more information about it, please check out my review on it. The link is gonna be down below. Alright, let's move on to another lighter almond fragrance that I personally really love to wear in the morning. And here I'm talking about Guerlain's perfumes called like this. Unfortunately, I cannot pronounce its name, but I can tell you that this is a very lovely and fresh almond fragrance, and that's why I love to wear it in the morning, because in the opening you'll get so many citruses that will really wake you up, such as bergamot and lemon. There are green notes, there is orange blossom, and of course vanilla and almond with some musk. So it's delicate, it's not too intense, yet it lasts pretty long time. So it's just a beautiful transition fragrance, and it's just very happy and powdery, as many Guerlain's perfumes, for which I really love them. In here you get a lot of bergamot and vanilla and this beautiful musky almond in the middle. So it's a lovely unisex option for those who are just starting out with the note of almond, and since it can be a little bit overwhelming to some people, I recommend you to begin your experience with almond perfumes with lighter offerings like that one. But if you know that you love serious almond perfumes, then I have this absolutely stunning fragrance by Tissena Torrency called Aklex here that feels so heavy. You have no idea how ginormous this stunning cap is, and this is a very, very potent fragrance that is super powdery, guys. In the opening, you'll get beautiful citruses such as tangerine and lemon. Lemon is pretty dominant in this perfume, and I like how it adds brightness to the overall powdery scent. Between iris and almond, you're going from floral to gourmand to back and forth. There are other floral notes, there are other woody notes, but to me it's mainly a powder fragrance that smells a little bit like makeup, probably because of the iris. So if you know that you love powdery perfumes, and I've already mentioned this fragrance in the top list of irisy fragrances, and you want to be very powdery, you want it to have a gourmand edge, but at the same time you want your citruses to be long lasting in the perfume too, I recommend Aklex, because I think it would be very nice for both men and women who like such, uplifting yet recognizable fragrances that is perfect during the daytime. But if you're looking for something that you could wear in the evening, then this fragrance called Kisses Rain by Rainier is just a perfect option, because I can tell you this is a very, very loud and powerful almond fragrance. In here, almond plays an important role, but there are other very dominant notes such as agarwood, such as vanilla, such as amber and cardamom. And because of the cardamom, I would describe this fragrance as a spicy almond. It smells like an almond dessert, but with beautiful patchouli in the base and some cardamom seeds on the top. So it's a very attention-grabbing perfume. It's a compliment getter. It's a perfume that you can apply once and you'll be noticeable with it. So if you're going out, if you want to stand out, you want to smell pleasing at the same time, I really recommend you Kisses Rain, because there is something very comforting, addictive about it. It's a gourmand, and I recommend to wear it if you want to make a good impression on people. So Kisses Rain is a gorgeous fragrance, and just in case you are interested in purchasing one, I have a discount for you, so go ahead and check out the description box for more helpful information. And let's stay in that nighttime almond category. Next fragrance is something very unique. I haven't experienced many fragrances like this one, and I would call it a spiritual almond, which is rare to find. And this is a perfume called Anima Sante, and it's from the Italian indie brand Maria Candida Gentile. And I'm very sorry just in case I mispronounce her name, but it's in a foreign language, so please apologize my pronunciation and please feel free to correct me in the comments. But here I have a very unique fragrance in which you get the almond, but not only that. So I called it spiritual for a reason. Actually, many of the fragrances from this brand are on the spiritual side, and note of incense is pretty noticeable in there. But in here we get another resin, which is benzoin, and benzoin is not overly like churchy and spiritual. It's rather comforting, sweet, it's very tenacious, and with like spiciness and darkness to it. So it's a very dense note that smells sort of like vanilla, but if vanilla was a resin. Other than that, there was frangipani that adds like a little bit of sunshine, but there is also almond milk poured on this very dense benzoin. So it's a beautiful nighttime or just colder weather almond fragrance, because it's pretty warm, it's pretty intense, and it smells like an Oriental gourmand. With that being said, I want to move on to the perfume in an absolutely great bottle by the House of Oud that is called Almond Harmony. And I gotta be honest with you, this is like a very balsamic almond. So almond in here smells quite raw, and it's a little bit sticky. So it's for those who like almond to be sweet, for those who like almond to be Oriental. This is an Oriental almond. I would say it's a little bit better when it's colder outside, when you're looking for a comforting perfume. It is quite powdery and it is a little bit sharp. So I think it's for those with, you know, like mature perfume taste who are looking for something that would be very noticeable. And with that being said, I want to move on to a very creative perfume overall and a very unique almond fragrance in particular. And I fell in love with this perfume right away because of its creative scent. It didn't smell like so many other fragrances on the market, and I was very much impressed by Gucci's Memoir d'Odeur, on which I've already filmed an entire review, so please check it out, and please check out this perfume if you see it in the store, although it's definitely not for everyone, just because I would say it's an herbal almond. It is a bitter almond that you'll get in here with chamomile in the opening. There's also jasmine, sandal, vanilla, cedar and musk, but you cannot really pinpoint the notes in here. I would say it's an abstract composition, so masterfully blended that it might remind you of a certain experience, like maybe drinking herbal tea with some almond cookies or something. To me it smells like yeast, and at the same time, you know, it's so unusual. There is absolutely nothing like it out there, particularly not in terms of commercial perfumery, so make sure to check it out. It's a beautiful unisex fragrance that I personally love to wear when it's a little bit colder outside, because, you know, something about that gourmand quality, although it's on the bitter herbaceous side, is very pleasant. Okay, so speaking about gourmands, as you've already understood, almond is a very gourmand note, and next fragrance is gonna be a sweet Oriental dream. That's actually its name, that I blind bought because I noticed that it is compared to Lacoom, which I didn't have and didn't seem like I would own that fragrance, so I decided to purchase Montal Sweet Oriental Dream. And I gotta be honest with you, its name is pretty spot on, because first of all, it's indeed sweet. It's very sweet. It is Oriental and it is dreamy. So I think if you are a fan of gourmand perfumes and you like strong fragrances, then it's gonna be your dream. If you prefer lighter perfumes that don't last all day or even second days, then I think you might need to sample it first and not purchase it right away blindly like I did. But I'm pretty satisfied with this honeyed almond scent in a bottle. It's very vanillic, it's more long-lasting than Lacoom, and they are pretty similar, but there is a difference, so let me know if you would be interested in a whole comparison video between them. But I can tell you this is a beautiful sweet Oriental dream in a bottle. I cannot tell you anything else about it. And with that being said, let's move on to the boozy almond, and yes, I have that one on this list too, and it's such an amazing discovery for me because I'm already in love with Absolute Amethyst by Talia that I actually got from Avant-Garde Perfume website, and thanks to them I'm discovering so many great fragrances, and I definitely recommend you to check out their website because their range is amazing. They offer free shipping, and if you are looking into niche perfumes like Tissena, Torrency, Quinto Canto, or you know, like more affordable fragrances like this, you will really love their selection. And this fragrance in particular, if you like boozy elements in the perfumery, what's so unique about this one is that it doesn't smell like you're sniffing on the alcohol drink. In here we get the note of tequila, and tequila, you might want to correct me because I'm not very keen when it comes to alcohol, but it's like vodka. It doesn't really have a very noticeable and prominent scent, so you get like a boozy vibe, but it's not like necessarily a boozy note that you can really define in here. There is also beautiful floralcy and fruitiness with vanilla and almond blossom, so it's one of those almond beginners fragrances. If you are not very comfortable with this note, or you're just looking for something lighter or with less almond and more of other notes, it's a well done composition. It has boozy, sweet, floral and also juicy fruity elements, and I just find it's very glamorous. So with that being said, there is even such thing as a boozy almond. And with that being said, guys, let's move on to my personal fragrance addiction that I'm wearing every day since I got High Frequency from Initio, and it's a decant from Initio, and that way I can experience pretty pricey Initio fragrances that are very hyped. So in case you're interested in them as well, feel free to check out the official website of Initio, and just in case you're interested, I have a discount with which you can save some money. So with that being said, High Frequency is just a phenomenal fragrance that is so addictive, and as far as the notes go, there is Hadia, almond and magnolia, but that's not all, because there is more than just that. So I smell something like vanilla, which is very creamy, that might come from the almond, but it's just a very beautiful fragrance that just smells so good. You know, it's one of those perfumes that you want to purchase right away when you smell it, and it doesn't turn boring. It's a very beautiful, easygoing, friendly almond. It's a very friendly almond. It's a little bit sweet, it's a little bit floral, it's fresh, it's creamy, it's just all you want. So in case you're interested in it, check out Initio's website, check out this perfume. It's just a beautiful daytime, morning time, everyday time of a fragrance that is abstract, yet, you know, since it has this addition of almond, it smells very pleasant and pretty mass appealing. Alright, so guys, next fragrance is something definitely not as light and friendly as the previous perfume, because here I'm talking about the fragrance Lumiere by Lalique, that I, by the way, got from the Avant-Garde perfume website. They have these stunning Lalique perfumes, and this one is like a true absolute in a bottle that has such a potent note of patchouli, and as you know, patchouli is one of my biggest favorites because it smells expensive, it smells luxurious. Bitter almond in here with saffron, with tuberose, with licorice, with cashmere. I don't know, it's just like not overly powdery, it's not overly sweet, it's not overly fresh. It is on the dirty side. Patchouli in here is huge. It's one of the main notes. Bitter almond is rather on the background, but oh my goodness, if you like fragrances in a mature style, you will love it. So it's something pricey, but something for the true, I would say, like very daring, sexy perfume lovers. And if you are rather a lover of very cocooning fragrances that will make you feel good from within, then I can recommend you a fragrance that first of all will last all day long, second of all you would not want to wear it anything else. And here I'm talking about Coconut Milk by Sarah Horwitz Perfumes. This is an American indie brand, and I have an entire perfect collection overview that I highly recommend you to check out that video. The link is going to be down below in the description box, and just get a sample set and fall in love with these perfect fragrances. Coconut Milk is one of the creamiest and most like satisfying ones, with coconut, with almond, with African orange blossom and gardenia, Egyptian musk, vanilla and tonka. It cannot get any better. Very long lasting, very pleasant, very good, will put a smile on your face, just something that is really worth your attention, guys. And at the same time, although it is very sensual, it's also quite relaxing, so I really love to put a couple of drops on my hair or on my neck when I'm going to bed, and the result, you just need to check it out yourself. And with that being said, let's talk about, I would say, like a very interesting perfume that's on the gourmand side, but at the same time it's very exquisite, and I love it. And I love it also because it reminds me of another fragrance that I love, that is called Love by Kilian. And now I'm talking about Dragé by Reminiscence. This is such a lovely and joyful fragrance for the everyday wear. It is on the gourmand side, but it's not, you know, like straightforward in your face. It's very diffusive, it's very light, it's pleasant, you know, it's a fragrance you can wear when you are in a mood for something that will just bring you in a very safe state of mood. So in here is an almond blossom. So it's not an almond seed, it's not very bitter, it's not very sweet, yet it's on the sweet side. I just like that perfume. I find it's very wearable and it's something very safe. It's a safe almond. And finally, I have a dark almond for you. As I promised you guys, this is a fragrance that is pretty intense, and it's called Madeline by Perfumery Particularly. I'm not sure how to pronounce its name. It's another decant from Initio. You can get it from them, and this is for the lovers of almond. You need to love almond to appreciate this fragrance that is on the dark side, that smells like makeup because of heliotrope. It smells phenomenal. It will literally make you hungry. It will make you sexy. I recommend this fragrance on a date. It's just so good, so long-lasting, at the same time not overwhelming. So it's a very lovely bitter almond with a lot of powderiness to it. So definitely a date must-have. And on that note, guys, I completed this video, which I sincerely hope you enjoyed watching, and if you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And what I would love to hear from you, which of these different almonds perfumes stood out to you and you would want to try, or if you have an almond favorite, please share it down below. Your feedback is always appreciated, and if there are any questions left, go ahead and ask them. I would be very glad to help you out. Or let me know which other note you would want to see in the next best of episode. And on that note, please give this one thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're new here, that really helps my channel to grow. And of course, feel free to donate on Buy Me Coffee website if you want to support me even more. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned and smell good. We'll see each other really soon. Bye, guys.